Hello, my name is Loney Hudson, and I am going to be doing a reading from my upcoming book called The Days That Are No More. This reading is called Frankie's Dance Hall. Are you going to the dance tonight? This was a common question around this area in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. There is no need to ask where. Everyone knew it was a square dance at Frankie Robinson's dance hall. Every Saturday, young and old would come from all over to Mundaville to attend one of Frankie's dances. In those days, it was the place to go. Good music, good friends, good food, and a great atmosphere all contributed to the success of Frankie's dance hall. But Frankie himself played a big part in his popularity. In the words of his wife, Alberta, he was well respected and liked by all who knew him. Frankie's was a meeting place for many a boy and girl in the area. Alberta said that many boys met their future wives here. One couple was Jasper Cale and Juanita Mason. While home from holiday from Ontario, he went to a dance at Frankie's. Juanita Mason was visiting from St. John, and she was there with Albert and Dolly Beers. They danced all evening, and I guess they had a really good time, because he asked her to marry him before he went back to Ontario. Alberta said Frankie's was why so many girls from Cushamaquack are married to boys from around here. They all came to Frankie's dance hall. There are many people in the area who have memories of dances at Frankie's. Marguerite Biddle remembers getting ready for the dance. You always wore your best party dress, and of course the high heel shoes. With a good, comfortable pair of high heels, you could dance all night, she told me. I didn't know they ever made anything such as comfortable high heel shoes, but she assures me they did. They were the best shoes to dance in. Elma Campbell told me that one night Trevor Spencer was dancing with someone when he lifted her up and swung her around. Her high heel shoe flew off and hit Jim McAuliffe and broke his rib. Dave and Betty Harnett's kids were small then, but Betty went to the dance with David every chance she got. Emma Murphy said David always had a carload going to Frankie's. When anyone asked for a ride, he always had room for one more, as long as they could get in and shut the doors, she said. They didn't always come back with him, though. It wasn't unusual to see folks bring their children to Frankie's. Alberta can recall in particular Anne and Ernie Murphy bringing their son Joey. I can see him yet, she said, in spite of all the noise, asleep on top of a pile of coats on the bench. When people came home on vacation, Frankie's was often the highlight of their visit. Rowena Bud remembers coming home from the States with her husband and going to the dance. She and Bud had brought matching Western shirts, and they wore them to the dance. They were black with white pearl buttons and lots of embroidery on the shoulders. She said Dave Harnett really liked her shirt. So during a break, they went outside, and she got into a car and took off her shirt, and she and David traded shirts. Rowena laughed and said people sure looked when Dave came back wearing her shirt. One of the funniest stories I heard concerning Frankie's was Rowena's wedding day. She and Bud were married on Saturday afternoon, and the reception followed at the home of her parents, Louis and Alvina Cale. Louis brought out some moonshine for all the men to enjoy, and of course everyone had to treat the groom. Unfortunately, by 7 or 8 o'clock, Bud had passed out. Rowena, unwilling to let it ruin the evening, got in with the McAuliffe boys and headed for Frankie's. I danced every dance and had a great time, she said. The next day, they all got up and went to church, including Bud. What a great laugh they had when sitting there, they noticed that all that was left of the boutonniere on Louis's shirt was the stem.